Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello sir, how are you? I hope you're doing great, right? So in this video, I will do the homework which is the imitation technique. So the first one is read and listen to her, and then second one is listen then copy her, but you can read the text, and the third one is same as number two, but without reading the text. So I'll do the second one first. I love to travel to different countries. I love meeting new people and tasting different foods. That's my favorite part. To date, I think I have visited about 22 different countries, but there are so many more places on my place. Almost every person that I know who has a decent income does some sort of travel of every year, usually overseas to a different country. In my opinion, traveling overseas and to different countries make us more accepting of sorry, I repeated it. Make us more accepting of each other's differences and teaches us respect for different cultures, traditions, and beliefs. It also helps me to tell some pretty interesting stories about my adventures. I love talking to people about places that I visited and things that they have sorry and things that they have seen in the world. I think it's because I can easily relate to them and it's easy for me to share my stories and experiences with them. Plus, I love getting recommendation about places to visit. It helps me to plan where my next holiday is going to be. Oh, it is. So then this is a third one, which is shadow her while her speak. Maybe I must close my eyes. Ready? I love to travel to different countries. I have meeting new people and tasting new different foods. That's my favorite part. Today I have visited about 22 different countries, but there are so many more places on my list. Almost every person that I know who has decent income does some sort of travel, usually overseas, to different countries. In my opinion, traveling overseas to different countries is much us more expecting of different. I forget. I I must to repeat in second. Okay. So ready. I love to travel to different countries. I love meeting new people and tasting different foods. That's my favorite part. Today I think about 22 different countries, but there are so many more places on my list. Almost every person that I know who has a decent income does some sort of travel every year, usually overseas to different countries. In my opinion, traveling overseas to different countries make us more accepting for each other differences and teaches us respect for different cultures, traditions, and beliefs. It also helps me to tell some pretty interesting stories about I love talking people that I visited, I've seen in the world. I think I visited them and it's easy for me to share my stories and my episodes with them. Plus, I love getting recommendation about places to be visited. It asks me to plan where my holiday to gonna be. Ah, and then I will answer the question on the ebook uh, unit 3, which is your country. So the first one is Liz used to think that the landscape in Australia and New Zealand was similar. So based on audio, uh, in a first glance, Liz Liz mentioned that she used to think the landscape were the same, but after she discovered it, uh, they are quite different. So the statement is false, I think so. And then number two, both countries are inhabited by fierce and friendly animals. Uh, the answer of question number two is false because while Australia is known for its dangerous wildlife, New Zealand is specifically mentioned as having very few dangerous animals. So while Australia is dangerous wildlife, but New Zealand is very few dangerous animals. Okay, and then number three, most of the inhabitants of New Zealand originally came from the UK. Uh, the answer is true because Liz mentioned that the majority of New Zealanders are of British accent. Majority, okay. So in line with the statement is most of the inhabitants of New Zealand. So basically, this is true. And then last question is the Maoris, the indigenous people of New Zealand, are thought to have arrived in the country by boat from Hawaii. From Hawaii. So the answer of the last question is it's also it's also true because Liz explained that the Maori people are believed to have sailed from Hawaii to New Zealand. So yeah, basically the statement is true. So I think that's enough for video. Sorry if there are any mistake or any error. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.